Here's a comparison between NA build and Korean build. Holy crap, is that a 68% win rate? Does that mean all I need to get is GA as my third item? No, it doesn't. Just because pickaxe has the highest win rate, does that mean you should get all 6 of them? Yes. I mean, no. You have to build accordingly to what you need so you get the highest chance of winning. There's a Korean challenger named Sechapan who mains Phatheon. His ladder rank is 61 above SKT Duke and SKT Bang, which is pretty good. I've been stalking him for the last couple of weeks and this is what I've learned. Enjoy the show. Yo, Riot, make this a skin already. It's perfect. See? Even Garen agrees. Ha 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 ha. Demacia. Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to play Phatheon top lane.
They are privileged to die at my feet.
At level 1, you're going to take Q as your first skill. You just spam Q all day, and this ability will literally take away virginity faster than a teenage girl with repressed sexual desires. At level 2, you're going to take W. If you can time your W's at the right time, you can block an incoming auto attack from an enemy to capitalize on your damage output. At level 3, you're going to take E. Level 1 E doesn't do much damage at the start of the game, but it's a quick way to proc your Thunderlord's Decree, as well as gaining a passive of critically striking an enemy below 15% of their maximum health with your basic attacks or your Q. Since your lane is pushing, you can go roam mid lane for some ganks or take Scuttlecraft for some free gold. More often than not, Phatheon will dominate top lane by spamming your Q onto your enemy and going all in when you see your opponent's low. When you do this multiple times to your enemy, this is what happens. Damn it! Most people know how to use the W-E-Q combo, but in some situations where the enemy uses his escape tool, you can use your W until the end in order to use it as a gap closer to finish them off. When a jungler wants to gank your lane, your W can be a great initiator to chain stun onto the enemy, as well as being able to take a hit from the tower from your passive. A lot of people seem to be greedy of not letting towers die, so use that as your advantage to cut their escape route as you focus down on the tower to trap the enemy. By the time you hit level 6, you should be pushing out your lane and always look for some ganks with your ultimate. Remember to let your teammates know ahead of time that you're going to ult so they're mentally prepared and have a faster reaction time to follow up with you. And you won't have to worry about losing any gold in top lane since you have a teleport. Phew! Time to get the fuck out of here. Oh shit! In terms of purchasing items, you have to be strategic in what you buy because Phatheon relies heavily on item building to be able to play a certain style. If you're up against an AP champion, rush into a Hex Drinker. But most of the time, you're going to be rushing Youmu's as your first item, and it works great against tanky champions. If you lose your lane because the enemy jungle camped you so early, no worry! Rush level 6 as soon as possible and gank your mid lane for a double kill, and get an extra assist. Now that you bought a Dirk, you can easily harass the enemy with your huge gold lead. You can always go for the cheese play by damaging the enemy and backing off to cut their escape route with your ultimate. God, Nidalee, just get off me! If you're playing Phatheon, you should never be letting your opponents farm for free. Whenever they go for a CS or tries to farm on the tower, keep punishing them with your Q. And once you see an opportunity to kill them, always go for it. By keeping a constant pressure onto the enemy, they won't be able to farm, as well as missing out on the EXP because your lane will always be pushing, which causes the enemy top laner to be shut down by being way behind everyone else. If you're winning your lane super hard with your gold advantage, you can always sneak in one more extra kill by letting the enemy harass you into thinking that they can win a skirmish. This strategy only works once because next time around they'll know how strong you are, so make sure to make this kill count. Karma is one of the worst matchups you can have with her kit. If you ever get into a skirmish with her, always be on the move to kite her Qs, which contains most of her damage output. If both you and your opponents are low, you can always sneak in a kill by cutting off her escape route and using your abilities while in midair to proc an instant animation. Congratulations, you've learned how to play the early game. In mid-game, you have to proactively keep a global pressure whenever possible, otherwise, your ultimate renders useless. You have to make sure you have both eyes at top lane and bot lane so you can teleport at any given moment to follow up with your teammates. Sometimes you have to know when to push versus defending your turret. The enemy team consists of champions that are very good at clearing, as well as poking us under tower, so it's a better choice to split push to take a tower for tower. Second tower is a little harder to take than the first one, so you can head over to stop them from taking another one. In this scenario, everyone was at bot lane. If both your TP and your ultimate is down, walking towards bot lane will take too much time and the enemy will disengage as soon as they see you and nothing will get done. So let your teammates know that you're going to take mid tower so they can play safe fighting a 4 vs 5.
He's a magical pony flying through the sky on a magical...
Shoot it down.
Youmuu's is a must-buy as it's a great tool to gap close onto an unsuspecting enemy. You can also gap close instantly by activating your W onto your enemy and using flash to make use of your Q buffering. For those of you who don't know about Q buffering, I click on the enemy with my W and it will automatically be used after flash for an instant fluid animation. And always remember to punish anyone that is out of position to keep up the pressure. If you end up getting Black Cleaver as your second item, that's all the damage item you're going to need. You can just go full tank, because just having those two items are enough to eliminate any squishy targets with your basic abilities, as well as shredding any tanky champions. If most of the enemy team are glass cannons, you can skip the Black Cleaver and instead get yourself a Dust Blade, which will greatly increase your damage output of your Q and E damage to shred the enemy team.
This is madness! Madness. This is Sparta! This is Sparta! This is Sparta! This is Sparta! This is Sparta!
Congratulations, you've learned how to play the mid game. Oh, look at that. Mastery 5, Mastery 5, Mastery 5, and then there's me. Feels bad, man. In the late game, your playstyle will be hugely affected by the items you purchase. Generally, you want to aim for 2 attack items and the rest tank items. If the enemy consists of tank champions or AP champions who's bound to get Zonias later, start getting Youmuu's and Black Cleaver. My third item will always be Guardian Angel, unless if they have 1 to none AP champions. For your fourth item, buy accordingly to what your opponents are. In this example, they're mostly AP and have a couple of annoying CCs for melee champs. So I'll start building into a Banshees. Although you only have 2 attack items, you'll still be an assassin while maintaining a tanky build like a fat ninja. When you're defending your base, you absolutely have to use your ultimate to deal the most damage as you can using every one of your kits. If possible, you should always opt to focus down anyone that has the ability to poke and push your team that's under tower, because if you eliminate those targets, the enemies are forced to back and wait for their allies to revive before sieging the turrets again. When you're the one sieging the enemy team, it no longer becomes a necessity to ult in. Your primary focus should be to create a presence by getting in front of their face so your team can freely take out the turrets. And if you see any squishy targets out of position, then you can focus them down to get some free kills. In this example, I just want to show you what presence looks like. I'm letting my teammates siege onto the enemy base while I walk around to create presence. As soon as Fizz tries to get near, I'll punish him with my combo to make him run away. When I see Yasuo getting close to my team, I'll create presence which renders any glass cannons to get near my ally, while my team are free to do whatever they please.
Really, nigga?
In the late game, depending on how you build, you can basically 1 vs 1 almost anybody. While the enemy mid inhib is down, I let my teammates know I'll be split pushing top and let them slow push bot so we have a pressure on all 3 lanes. Since you can assassinate anyone 1 vs 1, the enemy sent out 3 people top, which gave my allies a huge advantage of fighting a 2v4 at bot lane, which easily gave us the game. A lot of people feel that they don't know what to do in late game, so let me go in depth on this gameplay. Try not to ult tower dive when your enemies are full health. You'll just bait your allies to death. So ult tower dive only when you see the enemy teams are low or their tanks are low. In this game, Jarvan and Yasuo would try to focus down my AD carry in every team fight, so you have to defend your carry by shutting down anyone that comes through. In most of our team fights, this kept occurring, which left the enemy Jinx to freely damage anyone onto our team, so find the right time to go in. In this scene, Jarvan went for my AD carry again, so I defended him the best I can. As soon as I see Kennen ult flash onto the enemy team, I quickly ult behind their backlines in order to shut down the enemy Jinx. Now that it's a 2v5, Kennen teleports to bot lane while 4 of us take care of top lane and clean up for the ace. With bot lane pushing with super minions, you've already won the game, so don't get kill hungry and ult tower dive, because if things get bad, you could end up throwing the game. So let bot lane push with super minions and let your teammates pressure mid while you push top lane. While this is happening, keep your eyes focused in mid lane to see if you need to ult or teleport to back up your teammates. All our lanes finally started pushing into their base, which gave us a free win. I just love how mature and sensible League of Legends players are. Wait, what the hell? Has anyone noticed this door here before? Here's some clips made by the best players. Zyra? Hello? Hello? Congratulations, you've learned how to play the late game. For the last game, I went assassin build because most of the enemies were playing squishy champions. At level 1, you're gonna spam your Q at your enemies. Just like before, never let your enemies farm for free, and pressure them out of lane by not letting them farm. Evelyn wants to gank my lane. As soon as Akali goes for the last hit, I go in with Evelyn who's coming to gank. Jarvan was also top lane, which led to a 2v2 skirmish, and Evelyn was able to clean up for the clean double kill. If you're winning your lane, always freeze the lane in order to keep your top laners from farming. And if they get too close, focus them down quickly and push out the lane in order to reset the lane and have top laner lose out on the golden EXP. As soon as you get your ultimate, look for some ganks down mid lane and get yourself a clean kill and go back to base. With your ultimate down, let the wave push towards your base so you can freeze it once again. Evelyn wants to gank top again, and once she's in position, I Q buffer my W and flash for an instant stun towards Akali and get another clean kill, and it gave the opportunity to push out the wave so Akali will lose out on the farm. So again, my ultimate is going to be up soon, so I quickly push out the wave and ping mid to let him know that I'm ulting in, which gave us a clean kill to shut down mid lane and top lane to give our team a huge advantage.
They will know war.
Know when it's a good time to defend your base versus taking a tower. The enemy team stays near bot lane. Azir is great at defending towers with his pokes, as well as having his ultimate up, which enables him to take out anyone that gets too close to the tower. So I can freely take top tower if the enemy doesn't back off, in which this case they do. Just like before, have both eyes on both mid lane and top lane to consistently bring a constant pressure to give yourself in mid lane to have a lead onto the enemy team, so the team fight breaks out. So make sure to keep your eyes on the enemy backliners. Syndra got a little too close, so I was able to shut her down, which gave us an ace to take the free and hit. Look for the right time to go in instead of ulting as soon as you see an enemy. My team was able to catch an out of position Ezreal, and as soon as I saw the enemy team coming from the top side, I quickly used my ultimate, which eliminated 2 players and let my team freely take Baron as I pressured top lane and was able to get the tower for free. God, I fucking love Dustblade. Since you bought a Guardian Angel as your third item, you can quickly back to base after you die and let your teammates know that you're going to regroup with your TP. And we were able to take out all the bot towers along with an inhibitor. Towards the end of the game, we were able to group top lane and push the last tower to give us the win. Congratulations, you've learned how to play Phatheon. I know that such a pun normally takes Ignite, but I like taking Teleport because I can dominate top lane. I can either go gank mid lane with my ultimate or TP gank bot lane and have complete control over winning solo queue. For those of you guys who want to try this out, here are my runes, masteries, and what items to buy. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Demacia.